Do.
Hi,
What's
hi.
up? What's up? What's up?
Good, good, great, great. It's night in Çeşme in Turkey, so it's afternoon, I guess,
Over
in
here,
New York.
New York. It's a beautiful day. It's 2 p.m. and life has improved immensely since where we started, Sam, back in what was it, February, March, which was the worst city in the world. You know that.
Yeah,
We
yeah,
were number one for COVIDs,
yeah.
and now everybody wants to come to New York, and you can't get the fuck in.
Really?
If you want to get over a bridge in a car, they're gonna stop.
Yeah?
They stop every car that has a an out-of-state license plate automatically,
Oh,
right?
I didn't
And
know
if you,
that.
oh yeah, and they will sporadically stop cars on the highways. So if I go to Long
Oh,
Island to the beach, if I go to the Hamptons, I got stopped once.
oh,
You know,
wow.
very,
Okay.
very, very. You know, cause
How about
since
how about the
since you're
city? How about the city? If
beautiful.
people are on the parks, I mean, are they having wearing masks or not?
Everybody here is extremely conscious about mask wearing and social distancing. Everybody.
Oh,
So if you go running, which I go almost every day,
okay, great.
I bring my mask with me, but
Uh-huh.
I don't go near anybody. You
Okay,
know,
yeah,
and you can
definitely.
also, you gotta be thoughtful in that regard. Let me just fix this a little bit. And
Yeah.
but the park is beautiful. This is beautiful.
Great,
You
great,
know,
great,
how
great.
you doing?
Good, good. Let's not waste time because I mean,
Let's go
you
for
have
it. Let's go right for it.
four books written. You have been in healthy living, functional medicine, and reverse aging, everything for 40 years. So
Yes.
I guess I'm not sure. I mean, how what part can we cover in just 1 hour? But let's start.
Let's
I really wonder. I really wonder one thing.
sure.
Actually, I have an idea about your age, but you look like 45. How old are you?
I'll be 70 in 6 months.
70.
70,
Really?
70. Yeah. I'll be 70 in
Wow.
6 months. I can't
Uh,
believe it.
wow.
You know, like
Okay,
you
that's
know,
good. That's something. I mean, if you do something and you say that, okay, I'm in the reverse aging something, and then you look like this, then okay, you've been
well,
successful on what you do.
you have to start practicing anti-aging and age reversal when you're young. You know, you got to start in your 20s, 30s. You know, if you think that anti-aging begins in your 40s and 50s, you're sadly mistaken, because by
Yeah.
that point there's so much accrued damage, oxidative damage, cerebral damage, cardiovascular damage. It's very difficult at that point to then reverse many of the things that you and I would want to reverse.
Yeah.
So I started back in the 1970s mainly by being a long distance runner. I was fascinated by running. Nobody ran
Uh-huh.
when I started running. People thought that if
Right.
you were into running, something must be wrong with you.
Hmm.
And so that
Well,
was the beginning of all of this.
yeah, that's great for you, but you know that this healthy living and anti-aging is a trend topic for the last 5, 10 years, or
That's
maybe
correct.
15, 10 years. So,
Yes.
and mostly people who are around 40 or 50, maybe 55, are more interested into this. So now I think we should start to ask you what
Sure.
these people can and should do for reverse aging and feeling better, energetic, and everything. So I can tell you, most of the people around me are around 45
Okay.
that are interested because, you know, when you're young, when you're 25, 30, you drink and you do a lot of stuff and you don't feel anything. That's why people don't start. But I get you. I got your point, and I agree with
Right?
you definitely.
Uh-huh.
I mean,
Uh-huh.
that's what I can see right now. But I guess we have to tell, because it's your profession, it's your what you do
Correct.
for a living, and
Correct.
you've been in this for 40 years. So can you tell
Right.
us what can these people do if they want to start, if he's 45, 40, whatever, and what are the things for these IV treatments, healthy eating? I mean, what are
Yes.
the important stuff and everything?
You know, you have to have an understanding, and I mean this, of your biology. Biologically, what are the things that you and I need as a human being, as a primate, right? As a Homo
Mhm.
sapien. What are the rules that govern the best way for you and I to go about, first of all, being human? Sleep is critical.
Mhm.
So we now know that sleep is an extraordinarily dynamic aspect of your life and mine. Now, when I
Yeah.
was in my 20s, 30s, and 40s, you know, who cared about sleep? You could
Yeah.
go out all night, dance all night, get up in the morning, figure out some way to hack not having slept
Yeah.
well, and think that you could get away with it. That if you don't get sleep regularly, if you don't get 7 to 9 hours sleep, and then measure it, right? Like use a quantifying tool. The
Yeah.
quantifying tool that I recommend is the Aura Ring, and I know you're probably familiar with it. This actually runs off of Bluetooth.
Okay.
I think it's a Finnish company. Um, they're online, Aura, Oura, but it reads literally everything that's occurring while I'm sleeping. How much sleep, my body temperature, how much I move, right? What time
Wow.
I fell asleep, and then it
That's
measures the types of sleep that I have, that anybody has: deep sleep,
Mhm.
REM sleep, light sleep, and then it will give you charts where you can see how many times you woke up during the night. Absolutely fascinating. So then
Great.
then in the morning when you look at the app, you have a score based on how you slept. It will score you how you will do that day, right? What you can expect out of your brain, your cardiovascular system. It actually also measures HRV, heart rate variability, which for
Great.
you is important for me, because if
Mhm.
your heart rate variability score is low, you will die sooner.
Yeah.
So you learn from the Aura Ring, you know, data like your HRV, and then how do you improve that? So it
Mhm.
isn't only about living longer; it's about living longer better, right?
Yeah.
So
It's
so sleep
okay.
Chem, is right at the bottom of, let's say, a pyramid of what there's to do.
Okay.
Exercise. You and I
And
would.
before going to the sleep, have you checked the Apple Watch or the Samsung Watch or the other watch? I guess what you told me, Aura Watch
Uh huh.
is much better than the because I'm using the Samsung Watch and I'm quantifying my sleep time,
Okay.
all those details, but I'm not satisfied that much with the watch. I guess I'm
No.
gonna order an Aura ring tomorrow.
Yeah, you'll
Definitely.
love it. You'll love it.
Okay.
So
Great.
I use two quantifying tools for sleep. I use the Aura Ring, and
Okay.
I also use the Fitbit Ultra, right, to
Okay.
see which one's better. So I was sleeping with this on my left arm and the Aura Ring on my right to see which
Uh-huh.
gave me better data. And
Uh-huh.
I found the Aura Ring to be an exceptional tool.
Great.
Exceptional. So for someone like you, given your work, what you're about, your interest,
Yeah.
you want to quantify your sleep better than
Definitely.
using the
Definitely.
Samsung
Uh,
and Apple Watch. You get better data.
okay. Great. Then exercise, you said.
Yeah, like if you're not sleeping well, a lot of people come to me, and the first thing they say is, well, I got to start working out, and what diet are you going to put me on? It's going to be paleo, vegan, and I'm like, well, how's your sleep? And they're like, well, I get, 4 hours of sleep and I drink 3 cups of coffee, 4 cups of coffee a day. And I'm like, and you want to know how to work out better? Like that, you want to eat better. It becomes almost irrelevant because we know that if your sleep isn't in order, your immune system will suffer. The likelihood that you will get sick goes up exponentially. The speed at which your brain ages. When somebody comes to me and says, I want to be a master of the universe, I want to be better at my office, what supplements and vitamins can you recommend? I will ask them right away, well, how much sleep do you get? And they're like, well, 3, 4, 5 hours. They got to get up, 5 in the morning, drive in 2 hours from Connecticut. I'm like, you're going to have to make some lifestyle adjustment. Go to bed earlier, right? And then you and I can talk about, what it is that you eat. What's the first thing that you have within the first hour that you're awake? What will you have in the afternoon? And then are you going to eat it at nighttime or not? Right? Because you and I both know that cutting out a certain amount of food during the week will also make you live longer, better. Right? Yeah. So intermittent fasting becomes terribly important. And then, exactly. And then I'd say once, twice a month, I do 3 days of water, bone broth, juice, nothing else. Right?
24 hours?
I'll do 72 hours twice a month.
Twice a month, 72 hours. Okay.
Correct. In a row. Right. Okay. So it'll be every second, third. It'll be week 1 and week 3.
Okay.
But in between, I do 2 days a week where I will eat. I won't eat. For 16 to 18 hours. So my last meal may be 1, 2, 3 o'clock in the afternoon. Rest of the day is soup, green juices, broth, water, and then 8 hours of sleep. I'll get up 5, 6, 7, and there I got my 16 hours of intermittent fasting.
Yeah, and you do this 2 times a week, or because
correct?
How about I do 16 hours almost every day. I can tell you. I mean, I eat around 11 or 11:30, and I eat around 7:30.
Good.
And that's enough for me. Like 6 days in a week. I mean, do you recommend this, or should I do only 2 or 3?
No. I would rather do what you're doing, except I'm too thin. So
you lose more weight, right? I also eat. I'm also thin. I'm 69 kilograms, 180.
Okay, so how much is that in pounds?
In pounds, it's like 145, I guess, 150. Yeah, so if I double it, like it's 140.
Okay, so
140, 135, 140, I guess.
Okay, so
I'm not sure.
So I'm about 132, 134. I can't afford to lose any more weight. So I much prefer to have 1 meal a day. I'd much prefer that. But whenever I do that, by the end of the week, I'm a bag of bones. I can't stand looking at myself. But you know that having 1 meal a day. Let me just turn off the music. Having 1 meal a day is preferable.
Yeah. I know. I mean, I read a lot of intermittent fasting and all those medical research and everything. It's very I know. I mean, and I apply it for the sleep. I mean, going early bed and at the same time they are so important. Yeah. But still, it's all this. Melatonin, you need the perfect methylation system and everything. Yes, so if you have anything missing, because I hear a lot from people around me, they say, I can't sleep. I mean, they try to sleep, but then I ask, I mean, did you try to go to bed latest 10 for 10 days in a row?
Correct.
And they say, I did 2 times, 3 times in a row. Okay, I say, I mean, you need to work on it. It's unfortunately there are things that it's the nature of our biology, I guess.
Well,
It's much better, of course.
you know, biologically, remember that we're primates, right?
Yeah,
We are, you know, these amazing monkeys, and we're also predators. You know, we're predatory
yeah,
animals. You know,
yeah,
we're alpha predators. We're the most successful killer animal on Earth. You know,
yeah,
and to make it even more complicated, we're omnivorous. Right, so we can eat anything if it grows on a
yeah.
tree, if it's low-hanging fruit, if it crawls, if it's a fish, if it's, you know, we adapt it that way, and so
We're adapted to
consequentially,
survive on everything,
yeah,
on every
uh,
platform.
and yeah, and on that platform, we're able to take over the planet, right? So we could move
Yeah.
into any environmental niche and rapidly adapt to what calories were available, right? Whether they were plant based, you know, or, you know, once we were out of Africa into Northern Europe, you know, fish based, big mammal based. And so that gave us very unique capabilities. But it came with certain liabilities having to do with sleep. Many
Yeah.
people have insomnia and don't sleep well because we also look like lunch to a lot of other animals. So even though we're great predators, many predators like to eat us. So we tend to wake up often. That's why when you look at the Oura ring and you look at the chart, you'll see micro wake ups. Because when we would live in an environment where predators would like to eat us, and most predators that like human meat are nocturnal predators. So they would tend to
Hmm.
hunt us typically at nighttime. And if we were up on a tree, right, it was
Yeah.
important to be able to wake up, have a quick micro wake up, look around, make sure that there
Yeah.
wasn't anything that was climbing up the tree. And if there was,
No.
get up a little bit higher. So
Yeah.
some people still have that genetic sequence and you can test
Hmm.
for it. You know, there's so many really good gene tests now, but you can see that gene sequence for some people. They're like, well, I don't know, I can't sleep well, it's a disaster. There are supplements that you can do to let's say quiet that gene sequence, but also different things that we can do. You know, extreme hot bath,
Hmm.
about an hour to 2 hours before sleep time, has an amazing effect on
Hmm.
putting you to sleep. There are different
Hmm.
tools. Ebb, you
What
know,
about the supplements? Which supplements do you recommend?
uh, I'll show you right now.
Perfect.
We'll do a show and tell.
Yeah.
Do, 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 do. So these are a few. Let me bring them over. I'll show you my whole table of supplements a little bit later so you can laugh a bit. Um,
Yeah. I mean,
you know, this is,
how many sub? Okay. Okay. Go ahead.
I probably rotate through about 40 in a week, 40 different ones. There are the
Okay.
ones that constitute my daily platform. So
Okay.
probiotics, you take every day no matter what. Um,
Hmm.
David Sinclair, who you probably know about, great
Yeah, I know for
geneticist,
sure.
right,
Yeah.
out of Harvard, um, wrote a terrific book about aging, and he's a
Hmm.
big proponent of NAD,
Yeah,
right?
I know.
And
Yeah.
right, NAD, which is
NADA.
remarkable, also of resveratrol. So
Yeah.
so I will take NAD and resveratrol every day, and probiotics no matter what. Now for
Hmm.
sleep, these are really quite remarkable. L-serine,
Yeah. Okay.
right? And the ene is very important. So L-serine, phosphatidylserine, PS, caps,
Okay.
this is phosphatidylserine, all right?
Hmm.
So these are two amino acid based compounds that induce very deep sleep, right? And you can measure it. I can look at it on my Oura ring when I use it and I don't use it. People
Right.
love magnesium, but there are two kinds of magnesium that I think are really critical. One is magnesium threonate,
Hmm. Yeah.
right? Magnesium threonate says it right there, right? Jarrow
Okay.
makes a good brand, and
Mm-hmm.
I probably take about 300 milligrams. Therinate, magnesium therinate. The therinate
Mm-hmm.
part is very important because therinate can cross the blood-brain barrier, and you're out. You sleep unbelievably well. Right?
Okay.
Taurine,
Okay.
like L-serine, etc. Taurine
Yeah.
is
Yeah.
remarkable, but when you mix taurine with magnesium, you get what's called magnesium taurate. Right?
Okay.
So what I do is I also take magnesium taurate, probably about another 200 milligrams. I'm taking two types of magnesium, mind you. Right? And they work in
Yeah.
different parts of the brain to induce very deep sleep. Right? The
Okay. Great.
last thing
Great.
I'll show you, I have difficulties, it's called Arginine. Now, this is really good for men because it helps the prostate gland. But the fascinating thing is that Arginine also
Opinion.
induces, right, also induces very, very deep sleep. Right.
Mm-hmm.
So that little combination right there. If I have dinner, 7 o'clock, right, I take my supplementation within an hour after dinner. Right?
Mm-hmm.
Maybe if I'm going to go to sleep at around 9 or 10, I'm going to take a super hot bath, right? And
Mm-hmm.
then go read. Typically, I'm asleep when I look at my Oura ring in the morning. I'm asleep within 10 to 15 minutes.
Wow. That's
And
great. That's good.
Chem, the things that I just showed you, the supplementation does two things. It induces deep sleep. You do sleep better deeper. So when you measure it on your
Mm-hmm.
Oura ring, you'll see that the segment where your brain was in deep sleep, that's where it repairs itself better. It
Mm-hmm.
removes a lot of neurotoxins from the brain, right? And people don't know that the brain has a lymphatic system, right? Just like the rest of your body
Yeah.
does. So when people talk about detoxing, you want to detox your brain too,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
So this supplementation not only helps you sleep better,
Mm-hmm.
go into deeper sleep, but in the deeper sleep stage, you're removing a lot more neurotoxins.
Great. Great. I need to take the names from you later on,
Yes,
and I can make
yes.
a post about it because
I think
sleep is
that
so
would be
important.
good.
That would be
Yeah.
great. That would be great.
And
Oh, okay.
many people that are listening to us now, I can see some of the posts going up. You know, they want to know for themselves, their partners, their children, their parents. So I just gave you a very safe format. Yes.
Yeah.
Are there other supplements that we could recommend and talk about? Of course, but I think this is enough.
Okay. Great. Great. Then, okay, what's the second thing most important for you for anti-aging? I know the answer, I guess.
Okay, so let's go to
Exercise,
food.
right?
I was going to say exercise or food, right?
Yeah.
So let's talk
Same,
about
I
exercise.
guess. Okay.
Pretty much so. In other words, it's
Okay.
not so much like a pyramid, more
Uh-huh.
like going horizontal,
Yeah.
right?
Okay.
On a platform of sleep. Right,
Okay.
so the scaffolding is, of course, you and I getting our adequate sleep. Then we can look at, do we go towards fitness and exercise, or we go to food? So with
Okay.
exercise, you gotta move every day, even if you're injured,
Mm-hmm.
right? And I've injured myself a lot, being a runner, being a
Yeah.
marathoner, and I used to do
And how
ultra
do you do that?
marathons.
What do you do? I mean, if you have an ache in your leg or I don't know, food, whatever, what do you do?
I work with certain supplements that will control inflammation remarkably well. Number one, I do
Mm-hmm.
get a lot of body work, so I get deep tissue massage on a regular basis, um, extreme hot baths, and Wim Hof extreme cold baths. So I either do cryotherapy or ice bath every day, one or the other.
When you get injured, right?
Whether I'm injured or not, if I want to reduce
Oh,
the risk of an injury, I will go to cryotherapy, of which there are several places here near me, or I will purchase, you can translate into kilograms, 30, 40, 50 pounds of ice. Sounds like a lot, but it's,
Yeah.
you can put it, I can put it in a carry bag. I'll get that from the supermarket. That goes into my tub, and then I fill it with ice water, and then I get in.
And how long do you stay there?
8 minutes twice.
Wow.
Eight
Twice
to 10
a day.
minutes.
Twice a day.
8 minutes twice in the morning. And then right around now, like when you and I are done,
I mean,
I'll probably
okay, you stay 8 minutes, then how long do you wait out?
Then I'll get out and I'll do a contrast shower, very hot.
Okay, and then I sit down. Maybe I look at the New York Times for 2, 3, 4 minutes. Then I get back in the ice water. Okay, and when you started, how long did you stay there? I mean, can you just stay 8 minutes? I don't think so.
No,
I mean, I know this Wim Hof guy is the Iceman guy, you know that, of course, you know him.
Yeah, of course.
I mean, starting, I guess we should, what I think right now is I can stay just 1-2 minutes in the ice water.
I have everybody begin with only 1 or 2 minutes. You cannot do what I do. It took me many years. You know, it took me many years.
Well, a friend of mine just wrote ice water and Advil helps, but I think, I mean, I'm against Advil or those kind of medicines. What do you think about it? I just wanted to use his comment to have your comment about Advil or other medicines, kind of stuff.
So I'm going to show you something. So, you know, when you're really hurting, really hurting, your friend is correct.
Yeah.
I don't really like to use high quality anti-inflammatories because there's side effects.
Okay.
You know, yes, it may deal with the inflammatory damage in your back, your knee, your ankle, you know, if you got arthritis, if you've been a runner, but we do know that the best anti-inflammatories can hurt your heart. That's a problem. So I'm very careful. I will use a high quality anti-inflammatory perhaps once a month, right? And then I also take it with other things to protect my liver, protect my heart. So I don't just pop an Advil, an anti-inflammatory. I'm going to take it with different things to reduce the damage of an over-the-counter anti-inflammatory. This is a very, very good product called NeoCell.
NeoCell, okay.
Right, joint complex. And you can see right there, collagen and hyaluronic acid.
Okay.
Right. So the way that this company put it together, it actually does a lot of repair for arthritis, stenosis, ligament damage, ligament and muscle tears. So I like them a lot. I looked at a number of studies put out by their research department. There's a lot of crap out there. You and I would agree. You know, a lot of glucosamine, cheap glucosamine, stuff like that. NeoCell is pretty phenomenal. There is a product called PEA, and PEA works on the cannabinoid system within your body, primarily on 2 different cannabinoid receptors. So if you use PEA, which you can buy, and I can give you the link on that, PEA reduces inflammatory damage and does a lot of repair very quickly, within a matter of days. With many athletes that I work with, or myself, I will use PEA and I will use NeoCell, right? Okay. And if things, but always ice.
Always ice.
Always extreme cold and extreme heat. I may do extreme cold in the morning and extreme heat at night for an injury.
Okay. How about the hot bath? How many times do you do it in a week? In a normal life, without any or anything?
At least 3 times a week.
And how many minutes do you stay?
10 to 16. At about temperature, you can translate temperature at about 115 degrees Fahrenheit.
Okay. I guess
so hot.
40. Yeah, it's hot. 40, 45, I guess.
Right. And then you can put Epsom salt. Yeah. Right? So that's going to reduce a lot more inflammation too. You're going to sleep better also. But for leg injuries, back injuries, neck injuries, you know, this is one of the best things that you can do.
Great, great. Okay. Then with the injuries, we move on and exercise. How many times do you run or
Every
walk?
day, every day you got to do something.
How many minutes?
Minimum 20 minutes a day, minimum.
Is it run or walk?
Or I may use, I'll show you something.
Or swim or?
Swimming, I think is incredible. I just recently, many of your listeners right now are going to like this a lot. For upper body, TRX just came out with a home system, the TRX people.
Okay.
And I can do upper body workouts with this in 20 minutes without having to go to a gym. You and I both know with COVID, they closed down all the fitness clubs. So I went to Amazon, and I got the TRX, you know, home device. It's pretty remarkable. So I'll do 20 minutes of that or 20 minutes running. But no matter what, you got to do something every day.
Yeah, definitely every day. Okay. So you're running, and you personally, how long do you run, and how many times do you run in a week?
Depending on my injuries or not, I'll probably run 3, 4, 5 times a week.
3, 4 times. Okay.
Right, and weekends I'll do maybe an hour, hour and a half. So a lot of that is a long walk, run, long walk, run. Right, because I'm remember
interval.
Yeah, correct.
That's what I have read a lot. I mean, the interval exercises are very good for heart health and everything.
Yes.
That's great. Okay.
Yes, and I don't hurt myself like when I was, you know, stupid 30, 40-year-old runner. I can't do it anymore. But the upper body stuff, Chem, is remarkable. You know, being able to do like the TRX, you know, put it over my door, and do those kinds of workouts. That's pretty amazing.
Okay, so sleep, over that one part is exercise and the other part food. That's the important one.
You know what I tell people is.
Okay, before going that, sorry, Oz.
Sure.
Someone just asked, what do you recommend for liver detox?
I'll show you. There's a product for liver detox called Tutka.
The problem is, I guess, we don't have much of those brands. We don't have them in Turkey, but maybe we can find some other brands. And Tutka is, again, the...
Tutka, you know what it is, right?
It's a supplement.
Yeah.
No. It's the first time that I heard. I mean...
It's probably in the top 5 anti-aging supplements that there are. You know, NAD, resveratrol, Physitine, Tutka, Romapicin, a couple of other things. This, unfortunately, if you can't get it, yes, fasting is a great liver detox. Intermittent fasting, you know, not eating for 16 hours, just having fluids, having one meal like you do, having a 3-day water liquid fast twice a month. That'll detox your liver beautifully. Right.
Great.
So you can either the hack is get Tutka, have a friend of yours from America send you a box, you know, order it on Amazon, because 500 milligrams of Tutka will rebuild your liver. Rebuild it.
Really? Great.
You know,
or just have the intermittent fasting. Okay, then let's come to the food. How do you eat, or what do you recommend?
I think the first thing is if you're gonna kind of begin, find out your blood type. So I think good beginning is get in through your blood type A, B,
Okay.
AB, or O, right? And there's a very good book entitled "Eat Right for Your Blood Type" by Peter
Hmm.
D'Adamo. He's got a
Okay.
phenomenal website. You
Okay.
know,
I'll check
if
it
you
out.
just if you go online and just Google "Eat Right for Your Blood Type" and then go to his website, you're going to learn a lot about what's the
Uh-huh.
best way of eating for you based on what
Uh-huh.
blood group you are, right?
Hmm.
And then as you learn that data, if you're not working with someone like me or someone like you, then what I'm going to do is I'm going to craft your diet based on other parameters on your blood work.
Okay. So do you eat according to your blood type?
Very much so, yeah. So
Ah,
my blood type
and
is O. My blood type is O.
okay.
Right?
Okay.
And anybody that's listening to us now can get their blood type just by getting a standard blood test. Go to your
Yeah,
doctor.
everybody knows it. I mean, in Turkey we have it on the in our driving license, so it's
So you
legally we
know.
know it. So yeah,
So
everyone
so
knows.
so then
I'm
so
I'm
then
O plus O RH plus.
okay, good. So go to Eat Right for Your Blood Type
Yeah, I'll check it
online.
out definitely. Definitely,
Good.
I'll check it out.
And the data there, the content about how to craft a good way of eating for your blood type, mornings, afternoons, and evenings, is really quite amazing.
Yeah,
The
and
work, the research by Peter D'Adamo is breathtaking.
I'll check it out. And what do you eat as a O type?
Say it again.
What do you eat? What's your daily
Okay.
or weekly? You're an O type, and I just wanted to learn. What are you eating?
Believe it or not, breakfast is typically a very high quality smoothie. All right.
Okay.
So I'll show you very quickly, so everybody can see. I have pretty much a number of high quality protein powders,
Mm-hmm.
right? A high quality collagen protein powder, collagen peptides.
Uh-huh.
Right? This is
Okay.
remarkable at any age, so that you build better ligament, better muscle fibers, right?
Mm-hmm.
And collagen peptides also reduces your risk of getting injured.
Okay.
Then I'll add something that is very good to produce power out of your muscle, right?
Mm-hmm.
So there are two amino acids that I like a lot, arginine and citrulline. This is just a brand. It's called Cardio Heart
Okay.
Health, but it's two amino acids, and I'll repeat them, citrulline and arginine. When you put them together, you get a lot more power out of your muscle, right?
Mm-hmm.
So that
Okay.
goes into my smoothie. I
So this is
also,
your breakfast.
correct, but I also use matcha tea powder.
Okay.
Right. So
Okay.
for women, this is important because it reduces the risk of breast cancer. And for
Okay.
men, this reduces our risk of prostate cancer. This reduces the risk of all cancers, actually. Right.
Matcha
So
tea.
then,
Okay.
so then I put in almond milk, and then I'll put in some frozen fruit, frozen blueberries, frozen
Yeah.
cherries. That's breakfast. And plus I'll put MCT oil,
Yeah.
frozen fruit. It depends on my mood. I may put a few other things in. So
Mm-hmm.
that's breakfast.
Okay.
If I have lunch, it's typically very, very light.
Mm-hmm.
You will think better if you have a light lunch.
Yeah.
People think they
Yeah.
need to
I
have a
agree.
snack, right?
No,
Snack, have a
no,
big
no.
lunch, and then by 3 o'clock you're exhausted. So
Yeah.
I typically have in the afternoon like maybe some roasted vegetables or a
Mm-hmm.
salad with a protein, either poultry,
Okay.
chicken, or fish, seafood. Ninety
Okay.
percent of the time, it's seafood. Piece of
Okay.
salmon, grilled salmon, some roasted vegetables, very light. And then you can go right back to work, right? A lot
Well,
of people
how?
eat, and what happens is they're like
Yeah. Yeah.
exhausted, they have too much
Especially
carbohydrates.
they, yeah, that's what I was gonna tell. I mean, they eat bread in the breakfast and in the lunch. Then after in 1 hour, they just get exhausted and they're so sleepy. How about the
Disaster.
salmon and what do you think about the I mean, they have the mercury and all those. They're in the farms, fish farms. What do you think about the fish on that sense?
Yeah, you know, we live in a polluted world.
Yeah.
Even if you buy organic anything, there's
Yeah.
that's why detoxing, like what that person, you know, brought it up, and doing fasting is so important. It's
Yeah.
terribly important.
Yeah. You're right.
So that you can get the different kinds of neurotoxins that build up in your body and mind. Mercury is very easy to remove. People get crazy about it, like mercury and fish. And fact is that, you know, if you do intermittent fasting, if you sweat, if you do saunas, if you take TUDCA, you know, you're going to detox a lot of the shit out of your body.
Mm-hmm.
Right? So we're more capable of dealing with neurotoxins, but you have to have on the other side the habit of cleaning yourself out. No question about it.
Mm-hmm. There's a question. Can you read the question? Can you see it? For men, they recommend for skin flavonoid containing APA, glycol, ginkgo biloba, and acid ascorbic and polysorbate imidazolite urine.
Yes.
What do you recommend for men?
You know, you mean for the skin?
Yeah.
Oh, right away.
Collagen?
Exactly.
Yeah, collagen.
You're not gonna
for men and women. I mean, collagen. That's
correct. But you want type 1, 2, and 3.
Okay.
Number 2 is extremely important for
2 for skin, right?
For skin and for hair. I have a different collagen. This is also collagen peptide, but it's only type 1 and 3.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Right.
And
so this is not
for what?
It's good for muscles, reducing injuries, makes a better muscle filament. But if you want skin, quality of skin better, you want to have type 1, 2, and 3.
Okay, type 2.
Right?
Okay, great.
So one is a little bit more sports inclined, but between you and me, you know, I told you I'm going to be 70 years old, and freaks me out. But I'm doing exactly what we're talking about. I'm taking my collagen peptide 1, 2, and 3.
Okay. Wow. Okay.
And
that's great.
and you would agree. You also need to take high quality oils, right?
Yeah.
So I take a very high quality fish oil with krill oil and sesame seed oil. You know, you can make this at home, but this one has already in it, it's omega-3, but it has sesame lignans. Sesame oil is remarkable for good quality skin, but you want a part of the sesame seed called the lignan.
Okay.
Right? And that's in here. And you also want olive extract. That comes not olive oil only, but olive leaf and olive seed, the pit. So when you have that combination, it's also really good for your skin.
Okay. Okay. So you have a very light breakfast, and then mostly sort of salad, lunch, and in the afternoon, protein, mostly C.
I may have, in the afternoon, the protein will be vegetable, salad, some chicken or fish, and it'll probably be the same thing at dinner. Right? So you know, again, unless I'm fasting, I'm going to have dinner. Again, you know, to our point earlier, we're going to get too skinny. So I can't go too many nights without dinner. You know, like you and will evaporate.
Yeah. I showed you the scene of the house that we're in. Actually, we're still finishing, and there are so many things that I'm doing right now for the last 1 month. I mean, with my watch, I'm having like 20,000 steps at least a day.
Oh, okay,
So
good.
for the last 1 month, I'm having 3 course a day. Otherwise, I'm gonna lose much weight. So
You would get too thin. Oh, let me show you two other things. Good for the you really would, because I can already see how thin you are. Hold on.
okay.
This
Okay.
is
Hold on. I'm gonna also show you one product. Just bringing while you're there. Just coming in a minute. Just one second.
I'll wait for you.
I couldn't find them, but have you heard the product, the Kiani? Kiani product.
Tiani?
Kiani, yeah. Kyani.
K?
Kyy. Ani.
I'll Google when we're done, and then I'll email you.
Yeah.
And tell you what I think. Okay, or I'll WhatsApp you.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah, sure. Thank you. You are gonna show me something.
Well, I think mushrooms are also extremely important. So one of the things I forgot that I put in my mushrooms in my smoothie is I put neuro shrooms. These are mushrooms like lion's mane, cordyceps, bacopa, huperzia. So I'll put a scoop of this. You know, it comes in a powder in here into my smoothie. This will make your brain also work remarkably better.
Wow.
So I may go through a box every 3-4 weeks. You know, it also has reishi, which you and I both know is very good for your heart. So yes, it's great for your brain, but you know, in terms of protecting your heart, is remarkable. So the beverage, the morning breakfast is more functional, Chem, than it is a breakfast.
Okay. I got the product. This is the Kiani. They have this Nitro Plus. It's the. I mean.
Let me take a picture. Hold it up. Okay. I got it.
It has the noni fruit.
Beautiful.
Main, and they have also omega-3, and they have this is called the Nitro Plus. They say that it produces nitric oxide.
Oxide, yeah. Remember that.
I mean, what I did.
Right. Yeah. This is all nitric oxide, and that you're doing it is really important. Really important.
Okay. Actually, I don't know. I'm not sure. I mean, it seems it's useful, but you know, for nitric oxide, when I meditate, I do humming. I don't know if you have heard it. There's a medical research about it.
What is it?
When you hum, when you exhale,
right?
There's a medical research that it increases the production of nitric oxide 15 times more.
I believe it. I believe it.
So interesting,
also, it is.
So interesting.
I do a combination of tools that also kind of like humming. I use a breathing device, right? That comes with different settings, and I will breathe through it depending on what setting I use. This part comes off over here.
Interesting.
Right? And so I can make it easier or more difficult. This is actually pretty high. You can get this on Amazon. We can talk about it.
Okay.
But to your point, when I breathe through it, it's putting a certain amount of stress on my lungs. I have to work harder to get air in and get air out. But it also does, to your point, it increases nitric oxide.
Yeah, and as you know, I mean, it's so important. Nitric oxide is so important for blood vessels and everything.
Yeah, really important. And remember that as you and I get older, if we're not doing enough work to get nitric oxide levels up, we hurt. You know,
Yeah,
you're putting together, you know, this beautiful home, this beautiful retreat that you know we want people to come and work with you and me, but part of what you know and I know is that nitric oxide is critical. We're not children.
yeah,
You know,
yeah,
a
definitely.
little kid, an 8-year-old kid running all over the place is making nitric oxide like crazy. Not
Yeah,
me.
yeah,
You
yeah,
know,
yeah,
I got to take a supplement for it. So do you.
yeah.
You know.
There's a question
Okay.
asking about gray hair reversal.
Okay.
Is there any
Um,
supplementation or anything?
I can't believe how fucking prepared I am. Excuse me.
No, it's just
This
that,
is
there was a series called MacGyver. I just remembered. Do you know? Do you remember
of
that
course
series? Yeah, and MacGyver. You're like
MacGyver. He had
MacGyver of
everything.
and everything for the human
You're like
reversing. Yes,
MacGyver saving the human
great,
race.
great. Any question? Ask me any question about body.
This
What's
is
that?
this is an herb, a mushroom, Hishu Wu, which reverses gray
Okay.
hair.
He should move. Okay.
Hishu Wu. You don't need to get it by this company. Remember, I showed it to you before. They make the same crap for your brain, right?
Okay.
But the prepared Hishu Wu, you can get that on app. You can get that anywhere. Hishu Wu
Okay.
makes your hair thicker and
Yeah.
it reduces gray. I'm amazed.
He should move. Okay.
He,
Great.
he
Yeah.
Hishu
Great.
Wu.
Great. Great. Yeah. I saw that. Okay. We have got like 5 to 10 minutes left.
No.
Uh, yeah. Unfortunately, I guess we should do this one more time. I mean, it's so fun and
You and I
learning
should
and
do this once a month. Fuck one more
yeah,
time. Let's
definitely.
do it once a
Yeah,
month.
I would be glad. I mean, it's great to have you, by the way.
Same here.
And,
Well, you're very
and
cool.
thank you. And okay, I just want to come. Okay, supplements, food. We have talked about. So you don't eat much carbohydrates. That's one thing I want to ask.
Uh-uh.
Do you eat carbohydrates? No,
I eat
none,
carbohydrates.
or once in a week, or if you eat, what do you eat as
If
carbohydrates?
I go Japanese, so I'll
Okay,
have I have
sushi and rice carbohydrates
correct
over there. Okay,
quinoa, yams,
okay,
squashes, beans, and rice. C'est tout.
okay,
That's it. I will not have
okay.
potatoes. I will not. I rarely have bread. You know, if I go out,
Rice? How about
in
rice? I mean, rice also for me,
remarkable,
really.
remarkable.
Hmm.
I
Okay.
mean, think about rice is the number one food. Never mind carbohydrate. Number one food eaten
But
in the world.
yeah, I know. But I mean, it's the glycemic index is so high, and when I eat rice, I feel very sleepy afterwards. That's, I mean, then I think,
Some
okay, there's a problem with it.
well. There's two things here. One is in order to slow down the glycemic impact. That's why you need to eat it with fish or
Yeah.
fat, olive oil,
Hmm.
right?
Okay.
Butter, high quality butter,
This especially
right?
for rice, right?
It is for rice to control the glycemic impact. So,
Uh-huh.
if you eat
Is it what? Is
Japanese,
it white rice? White rice, brown or
yes,
black rice? Is it the white rice? Even we are talking for white rice, right?
yeah, organic white
Okay.
rice, organic temple rice, organic basmati. I think many people are very allergic to brown rice. I hate it. Brown
Okay.
rice makes people, everybody thinks, oh, brown rice is so organic and so good for you. Well, it's not. You know,
Okay.
the shell is extremely high in lectins, not that different than wheat. So people go, well, what about whole wheat? Well, you know, it's very, you and I both know it's very high in lectins. So is brown
Yeah.
rice. So a lot of people tell me,
Mhm.
well, isn't brown rice healthier? No.
Okay.
You want a good quality white rice, but to control the glycemic impact, Chem, olive oil, seafood, fish, right? That'll control the rise in glycogen that rice may produce.
Okay. And someone just asked, is it arsenic in rice?
Sure. That's why you want to get organic. You know, otherwise,
Okay.
you know, you're going to get a lot. You know, water runoff is terrible, and so that concentrates arsenic in rice. But that's if you're buying commercial rices. So you know, if you go to Whole Foods or your version of it there, you're gonna, you
Yeah.
know, many of the rices that I buy will say it literally on the label, you know, like low to no arsenic. So you want to look for that.
Okay, definitely. One question there was, someone just asked, is collagen bad in these COVID times? Some doctors just made some speech about it. I don't know. I didn't hear it. Did you hear
No,
anything about it?
no, that's not true.
Okay.
You know, I mean, you and I know that there's 1,000 different brands of collagen. I tend to use, like I said, collagen 1, 2, and 3, which you can get, which can be vegetarian, from seafood, from poultry. Very easy on the body and low toxicity.
Yeah, actually, I was planning to talk with you about the ozone therapy, IVC, vitamin, etc. But we've got only 2 more minutes, and before closing 2 more minutes, if I shut down right now, if I end our live chat, then I think I'm gonna be able to put it to my story. It'll be over there 24 hours, and I hope to just save it over there to put my YouTube channel. So thank you so much.
And you're welcome. And remember, let's do this again in 3-4 weeks.
Yeah, let's just set it. You're so busy. I mean, I know that you have so many things going on.
To hang out with you, to do this, I'll do it anytime you want. And
thank you.
And you
That's
and I
great.
there's so much. We didn't even touch the rest of the stuff. There's so much.
Yeah, I know.
Ozone, IVs, blah, blah, blah. It's a lot.
I know.
Biohacking.
Yeah, so let's set a time just after 3 or 4 weeks, and hope that we're going to talk about those things, and hopefully until after that we're going to have our retreat in Turkey, in our place. Yes. Hopefully.
I can't wait.
Yeah, me too.
You know?
Thank you very much.
And
a
pleasure.
We're going to pleasure to have you. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye, everybody. Bye, Sean.